Kinshasa, Zaire. October 30th, 1974. 4 a.m. The air is thick and humid even in the pre-dawn darkness. 60,000 people pack the Stade du 20 Mai, a concrete bowl built for soccer but transformed tonight into a cathedral for violence. They've been waiting since midnight. Chanting. Singing. Ali, Bomé. Ali, Bomé. Ali, kill him. Ali, kill him. The rhythm is hypnotic. Relentless. A prayer and a demand rolled into one. In one locker room, George Foreman sits alone. 25 years old. 40 wins. 0 losses. 37 of those wins by knockout. He's not just undefeated. He's unstoppable. A force of nature wrapped in human skin. 6 feet 3 inches. 220 pounds of muscle and malice. When Foreman hits people, they don't just fall down. They crumble. Collapse. Leave the ring on stretchers. He demolished Joe Frazier in 2 rounds. Frazier, the man who beat Ali. Foreman made it look easy. Made Frazier look like a child. Made the world understand that heavyweight boxing had entered a new era. The era of George Foreman. The era of overwhelming, unstoppable power. Foreman is calm. Confident. He's been studying Ali for months. Watching old fights. Analyzing patterns. He knows Ali's tricks. The dancing. The jabbing. The talking. The psychological warfare. Foreman doesn't care about any of it. You can't talk your way out of getting hit by George Foreman. You can't dance away from power that erases consciousness. Foreman's strategy is simple. Walk forward. Cut off the ring. Land one clean shot. End the fight. That's it. That's all he needs. One punch. And Ali, at 32 years old, coming off 3.5 years of exile, ring rust still visible, reflexes not what they were, will go down. Will stay down. Will end his career on his back in Africa staring at lights while Foreman stands over him, proving that the new generation has arrived and the old legends need to step aside. In the other locker room, Muhammad Ali sits surrounded by his team. Angelo Dundee, his trainer. Bundini Brown, his cornerman and hype man. Drew Bundini Brown, his doctor. They're all worried. Trying to hide it but failing. They've watched the same tape Foreman watched. They know what Foreman does to people. They know Ali is older, slower, not the same fighter who won the title in 1964. They know this fight is dangerous. Not competitive sport dangerous. Actually dangerous. The kind where someone could die. Where Ali's reflexes might not be fast enough to avoid the punch that turns lights off permanently. Ali sees their worry. Smiles. Says, "Y'all look like you're going to a funeral. This is a fight. I'm gonna win." His voice is strong. Confident. But even Ali knows the truth. He's the underdog. The odds are against him. Las Vegas has Foreman as a 3-1 favorite. Some odds makers have it higher. Some boxing experts have already written Ali's obituary. Have already declared this fight a mismatch. Have already questioned why Ali is being allowed to step into a ring with a destroyer like Foreman. But Ali has a plan. He's been working on it for months. Testing it in training. Refining it. Adapting it. His team knows pieces of it but not the whole picture. Because if they knew the whole picture, they'd try to talk him out of it. They'd say it's too dangerous. Too risky. Too dependent on variables Ali can't control. But Ali knows something they don't. He knows that power without strategy is just violence. And violence, no matter how overwhelming, can be managed. Can be absorbed. Can be turned against itself if you're smart enough, patient enough, brave enough to let someone hurt you while you wait for them to exhaust themselves. The fighters are called. Time. The walk to the ring begins. Foreman enters first. No theatrics. No showmanship. Just walks to the ring like a man going to work. Climbs through the ropes. Stands in his corner. Dead eyes. Focused. Ready. The crowd boos. Not because they hate Foreman personally. Because he's not Ali. Because he represents everything Ali fought against. The establishment. The power. The system. Ali made himself Africa's champion. Made this fight personal for every person in that stadium. Ali, Bomay. Kill him, Ali. Not just beat him. Kill him. Then Ali enters. The crowd explodes. 60,000 people screaming his name. Ali plays to them. Dances down the aisle. Throws punches at the air. Predicts victory. Tells the camera he's going to shock the world. Again. Like he did 10 years ago against Sonny Liston. The crowd loves it. Believes it. Needs it. Foreman watches from the ring. Unimpressed. Unmoved. Thinking, let him dance now. Let him talk now. In 5 minutes, he'll be unconscious. The referee calls them to the center of the ring. Final instructions. Touch gloves. The contrast is stark. Foreman, stone-faced, radiating menace. Ali, smiling, talking, already in Foreman's head. You're in trouble, chump. You don't know what you got yourself into. I'm too fast. Too smart. Too pretty. Foreman says nothing. Just stares. Waiting for the bell so he can do what he does best. Hurt people. The bell rings. Round 1. The crowd roars. Ali comes out dancing. Fast feet. Moving laterally. Circling. Exactly what everyone expected. Exactly what Foreman prepared for. Foreman stalks forward. Methodical. Patient. Cutting off angles. Herding Ali toward the ropes. Ali throws jabs. Fast. Accurate. Snapping Foreman's head back. The crowd cheers. See? Ali's still fast. Still dangerous. Still capable. But the jabs don't hurt Foreman. Don't slow him down. Don't change his expression. He just keeps coming. Keeps pressing. Keeps trying to corner Ali where dancing doesn't matter and power decides everything. Then Ali does something nobody expects. He stops dancing. Stops moving laterally. Instead, he backs straight into the ropes. Leans back against them. Lets the ropes support his weight. Covers up. Gloves high protecting his face. Elbows tight protecting his body. And just stands there. Waiting. Inviting Foreman to hit him. Foreman doesn't hesitate. This is what he wanted. Ali stationary. Ali trapped. Ali right where Foreman can unload. He throws a right hand. Massive. All 220 pounds behind it. Ali blocks it with his gloves. The impact is visible. The sound is audible even over the crowd. Foreman throws another. And another. And another. Body shots. Head shots. Combinations. Everything he has. Ali just leans back against the ropes, absorbs the punishment, covers up, and waits. In Ali's corner, Angelo Dundee is screaming. Get off the ropes. Move. Dance. What are you doing? But Ali can't hear him. Or won't hear him. Just keeps leaning back, keeps covering up, keeps letting Foreman hit him. The round ends. Ali walks back to his corner. Dundee grabs him. What the hell was that? You can't stand there and let him hit you. He'll kill you. You have to move. Ali, breathing hard but controlled, says, Trust me. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Dundee doesn't trust him. Doesn't understand. But what can he do? He's not the one in the ring. He sends Ali back out for round 2 with instructions to move, to dance, to stay off the ropes. Ali nods. Agrees. Then the bell rings and Ali backs straight into the ropes again. Foreman, confused but committed, does the same thing. Walks forward. Throws bombs. Ali covers up. Blocks most of them. Takes some on his arms, his shoulders, his gloves. A few get through to his body. To his ribs. Each one hitting like a sledgehammer. Each one threatening to crack something vital. But Ali doesn't move. Doesn't panic. Just leans back, absorbs, and waits. Between combinations, Ali talks. That all you got, George? My grandmother hits harder than you. You ain't nothing. You can't hurt me. Foreman, breathing harder now, throws more punches. Trying to shut Ali up. Trying to prove his power. trying to end this embarrassing spectacle where the greatest heavyweight in history is standing against the ropes letting himself get hit. But something is happening that nobody except Ali understands yet. Foreman is working, throwing 70, 80, 90 punches around, missing some, landing others, but all of them requiring full force, full commitment, full energy. And Ali, by leaning back against the ropes, is letting the ropes absorb much of the impact. The ropes are loose, elastic. They give when Ali leans back. They cushion the blows. They turn Foreman's knockout power into jarring impacts instead of fight-ending explosions. Ali is using the ring itself as a defensive weapon, turning Foreman's greatest strength into Foreman's greatest weakness. Round 3. Same pattern. Ali on the ropes. Foreman throwing everything. The crowd confused, watching their hero get pummeled, wondering why he's not moving, not dancing, not doing the Ali shuffle, just standing there taking punishment. But Ali keeps talking, keeps taunting. Come on, George. Show me something. You're getting tired. I can see it. You're slowing down. And he is. Foreman is slowing down. Not much. Not obviously. But his breathing is heavier. His punches slightly less crisp. His footwork slightly less precise. 3 rounds of throwing maximum power punches at a target that won't fall is exhausting. Is depleting his gas tank. Is doing exactly what Ali planned. Round 4. Round 5. The pattern continues. Foreman realizes he's being played but doesn't know how to adjust. If he stops throwing power shots, he's admitting Ali is right. Admitting he can't hurt Ali. Admitting his power doesn't matter. So he keeps throwing. Keeps trying to land the one punch that will end this. That will validate his strategy. That will prove power conquers all. But the punch doesn't land. And the rounds keep passing. And Foreman's arms get heavier. His legs get tired. His breathing gets ragged. 7 rounds of maximum exertion in 90-degree heat and 90% humidity. 7 rounds of trying to destroy a man who refuses to break. Round 8. Foreman comes out for the round looking different. His shoulders are lower. His feet are flatter. His punches have less snap. He's exhausted. Completely depleted. But he keeps pressing. Keeps trying. Backs Ali into the corner. Throws a combination. Slow. Predictable. Ali blocks it easily. Then Ali does something he hasn't done all fight. He comes off the ropes. Steps forward. Into Foreman's space. And throws his own combination. 5 punches. Fast. Precise. All of them landing clean. The first one snaps Foreman's head back. The second one makes his knees buckle slightly. The third one turns his body. The fourth one makes him stumble. The fifth one, a perfect right hand, catches Foreman flush on the chin and sends him falling backward like a tree that's been cut at the base. Foreman hits the canvas. Flat on his back. Eyes wide. Confused. The referee starts counting. 1, 2, 3. Foreman tries to get up. Can't coordinate his limbs. 4, 5, 6. He rolls to his side. Tries to push himself up. 7, 8. He gets to one knee. 9. He tries to stand. Can't. 10. The referee waves his arms. Fight over. Ali wins. By knockout. In round 8. Against the most powerful puncher in heavyweight history. Using a strategy nobody had ever seen before. A strategy he would later call rope-a-dope. Let the dope tire himself out hitting you on the ropes. Then knock him out when he has nothing left. The stadium erupts. 60,000 people screaming, crying, jumping. Ali stands over Foreman, not celebrating, just looking at him. Foreman, on his hands and knees, trying to process what just happened. How did he lose? He landed hundreds of punches. Hit Ali with shots that would have killed most men. Did everything right. Followed his strategy. Used his power. And still ended up on his back while the 32-year-old underdog stands over him victorious. Ali helps Foreman up. No taunting. No mockery. Just helps him to his feet. pats him on the shoulder, says something nobody else can hear. Later, Foreman will say Ali told him, "You're a great fighter, George. You're young. You'll be champion again." And he will be. But not for another 20 years. Not until he comes back at age 45 and wins the title again, proving he learned from Ali. Learned that power alone isn't enough. That strategy matters. That intelligence matters. That thinking ahead matters. Ali's corner rushes the ring. Dundee crying. Bundini screaming. The king has returned. The greatest of all time. Ali, exhausted, arms barely able to rise, smiles. He did it. Pulled off the impossible. Beat the unbeatable fighter using a strategy so counterintuitive that even his own corner didn't understand it until it worked. He let himself get hit for 7 rounds. Absorbed more punishment in one fight than most fighters take in a career. All to prove that brains beat brawn. That strategy beats strength. That patience beats aggression. That sometimes the path to victory runs through pain. In the following days, weeks, years, the fight becomes legendary. The Rumble in the Jungle. One of the greatest sporting events in history. Analysts break down the rope-a-dope strategy. Boxing trainers teach it. Fighters try to replicate it. Most can't. Because rope-a-dope isn't just a physical strategy. It's psychological. It requires absolute belief that your plan will work even when you're getting hit 80 times around. Even when your corner is screaming at you to move. Even when the whole world thinks you're committing suicide. It requires the courage to take punishment while waiting for your opponent to exhaust himself. It requires trusting that you can absorb more punishment than they can deliver. That you're tougher mentally than they are physically. Foreman takes the loss hard. Disappears from boxing for a while. Becomes a different person. Finds religion. Becomes a preacher. Eventually comes back to boxing 10 years later. Different fighter. Different mindset. Less reliant on power. More patient. More strategic. When he wins the heavyweight title again at age 45, beating Michael Moorer in 1994, he credits Ali. Says that loss in Zaire taught him that boxing is chess, not checkers. That winning isn't about hitting harder. It's about thinking better. Ali's victory in Zaire becomes more than just a boxing win. It becomes a metaphor. A lesson that transcends sport. In business, leaders study it. Talk about how Ali let Foreman think he was winning while systematically dismantling his advantage. How Ali absorbed short-term pain for long-term victory. How Ali trusted his plan even when everyone else doubted it. In negotiations, strategists reference it. Talk about letting your opponent exhaust themselves while you conserve energy. About staying calm under pressure. About playing the long game instead of reacting emotionally to immediate threats. But the real lesson of rope-a-dope isn't about boxing or business or strategy. It's about life. About the fact that sometimes winning requires losing first. Requires taking hits. Requires looking like you're failing while you're actually executing a plan nobody else can see. It's about having the courage to stay in the fight when the fight is going badly. About trusting that the person hitting you now will eventually run out of energy. About understanding that power, no matter how overwhelming, is finite. And if you can survive the storm, you can win when the storm passes. Ali could have fought Foreman the traditional way. Could have tried to stay mobile, dance, jab, avoid power. Probably would have lost. Foreman was too strong, too relentless, too good at cutting off the ring. Ali's legs at 32 weren't what they were at 22. His reflexes were slower. His stamina was lower. He couldn't dance for 15 rounds like he used to. So he adapted. Created a new strategy. One that used his weaknesses as strengths. One that turned Foreman's power against him. One that nobody expected because nobody had ever thought of it before. That's genius. Not just intelligence. Genius. The ability to see the fight differently than everyone else. To understand that the conventional path to victory isn't available, so you have to create an unconventional one. To trust your mind more than your body. To believe that thinking right is more important than moving fast. Ali at 32 was smarter than Ali at 22. Smarter than Foreman at 25. Smart enough to invent a strategy in real time that would be studied for generations. Years later, a reporter asks Ollie about the strategy. Asks if he was scared when Foreman was hitting him. If he doubted the plan. If he thought about giving up. Ollie thinks for a long time. Then says, "Yeah, I was scared. Man was hitting me with punches that would have killed most people. My ribs hurt for months after that fight. But fear doesn't matter. Pain doesn't matter. What matters is whether you're willing to endure fear and pain to get what you want." Foreman wasn't. He wanted to win easy. Wanted to knock me out in 2 rounds like he did Frazier. When that didn't happen, when I survived his best shots and kept standing, he didn't have a backup plan. I did. That's the difference. That's the difference. Having a backup plan. Having the mental toughness to execute it. Having the patience to wait for the right moment instead of forcing something prematurely. That's what separated Ollie from everyone else. Not his speed. Not his power. Not his charisma. His mind. His ability to think 3 steps ahead. To predict what his opponent would do and prepare a counter that his opponent couldn't see coming. So here's the question for you. What George Foreman are you facing? What overwhelming force is hitting you right now? What problem seems too powerful to overcome? What opponent seems unbeatable? And are you trying to fight them the conventional way and losing? Are you trying to match their strength with your strength and realizing you don't have enough? Because maybe you need a rope-a-dope strategy. Maybe you need to stop trying to avoid the hits and instead absorb them while you wait for your opponent to exhaust themselves. Maybe you need to stop reacting emotionally to immediate pain and start thinking strategically about long-term victory. Maybe you need to trust that the person hitting you now, the problem overwhelming you now, the challenge destroying you now, is finite, has limits, will eventually run out of energy. And if you can survive until that moment, you can win. Ollie won in round 8. Not round 1. Not round 2. Round 8. After absorbing 7 rounds of punishment. After looking like he was losing. After everyone thought he was done. That's the strategy. That's rope-a-dope. That's how you beat the unbeatable. Not by being stronger. By being smarter. By being tougher mentally than they are physically. By trusting your plan when nobody else does. By standing in the fire until the fire burns itself out. Then striking when the moment is right. Muhammad Ali didn't just win a boxing match in Zaire. He taught the world that intelligence matters more than strength. That strategy matters more than power. That patience matters more than aggression. That sometimes you have to let yourself get hit to set up the knockout punch. That's the lesson of rope-a-dope. That's why, 50 years later, we're still talking about it. Still learning from it. Still trying to replicate what Ali did on October 30th, 1974, when he shocked the world by being smart enough to look stupid until the exact right moment to look brilliant.